Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, let me know what you think. Now, I'm reading from All Hip Hop, and it says, T.I. tells son King he's embarrassing himself as they physically fight on Instagram Live. It goes on to read, T.I. and his 19-year-old son King Harris appeared to get in a physical altercation on Instagram Live over the holiday weekend. In a clip posted by the Instagram account Gossip of the City, the young Harris is audibly and visually heated as he screams at a gaggle of people, one of them being his famous father. It also sounds like King's mother, Tamika Tiny Harris, is involved in the chaos as well. It says, King is shouting, I know you, he screams, I know you though. You know me, you know I stay on business. Don't give a F who you are. Why did you let somebody play me like that? Why did you let him play me like that? Ain't no joking. What you mean? In the background, T.I. just starts laughing before hopping in with, you are embarrassing yourself and your family. You're embarrassing yourself. The camera then starts shaking and it looks like Tip get his kid in a headlock. King shouts, get off me, N-word, to which Tip seemingly replies, you can't do nothing with me. There ain't shit you can do with me. And somebody tweeted, looks like King Harris got into a fight with T.I. on Instagram Live. Tamika Tiny Harris can be heard in the background as well, sending prayers to family because they need them right now. And my thing is, I wonder is T.I. and Tiny, are they wallowing in their own mess that they created when it comes to their son King? Because if they don't get a grip and get a handle on King, somebody else is going to handle King, because King seems like he's out of control. And I'm not trying to say that T.I. and Tiny are bad parents, because from what we've seen on their reality show, it seems like they were very much hands-on parents. But then you have to think about is that, I mean, even though they were on a reality show, was that really their reality? Because I remember their son King did an article, he did an interview a while back, and I did find an excerpt from it on Yahoo News where he stated the show didn't really capture his true reality. He stated that he actually stayed at his grandmother's house. It says, the 19-year-old said the show didn't portray his reality as he lived at his grandmother's house then. And he goes on to say, he said, the show got people confused because I lived with my grandma, you know. We'll go to the house on like a weekend. Harris added that he would only visit his parents' house to shoot episodes of the TV show. They'll say, hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house. He added, they'll come get me from my grandmother's house. And right after we're done, when the cameras go off, I'm right back at my grandmother's house. So according to King, the show it wasn't their true reality because they were at his grandmother's house. And even his sister, his older sister, Zanique, she stated, and I'm reading from the same article, she stated a while back that how she was missing her mom as well. She says Tiny not being as present as she would have liked in her childhood. I would say what hurt me is honestly my mom being with Tip all the time. Like even now today, that's how it is. They're just tired. They just tied to the hip. She said in an interview, it's like they'd rather go places with each other. So anytime she gotta go, he gotta go. I don't hold that against her that she was on the road and doing all those things. I guess I would have liked to have those mommy daughter moments, but honestly now that I'm a mom, I guess that's what I would have wanted with my daughter, she added. And like I said, I don't know it because they're kids. This is their reality. They remember being at grandma's house all the time. And from what we've seen on the reality show, it seems like Tip and Tiny, they were hands-on parents, but you'll never know because I mean, it could be both of it is true. They had to go to grandma's house because they had two working parents in the industry that had to be gone a lot. They that's how they made their money. They weren't able to just they didn't work regular 9 to 5s where they came home every night for dinner, and they didn't have um, nannies in the house that kept the kids. So they probably thought they were doing justice by sending the kids to grandma's house, and they provided everything that they needed, the comfort, still family life over at grandmother's house where they could still go to school. And, you know, it wasn't, they probably didn't feel it was a big deal until it was. But I also remember Tiny managing her daughter Zanique group. What did they have? The OMG Girls. So Tiny was kind of there more than Zanique probably remembers or lay it on, because I remember them being on tour a lot, and it said that from the show, and I remember actually going to one of the OMG Girls concerts over at the Fox Theater. So they were and they had a lot of shows to do. So I know that. So when Zanique said that her mom wasn't there, maybe it was the early years, and then when she became a teenager, got in the group, her mom probably came back around, got her, start spending more time with her. I don't know, or probably after the group ended, she went back to grandma's house, or when they weren't on the road, she was still at grandma's house, because remember, Tiny is still a part of the group Escape, and T.I., he has a rap career, so that comes with a lot of time away from home, studio time, and traveling time, going from city to city. And so they didn't really, their kids didn't get a chance to live the regular homebody life. Even though they had both parents growing up, they didn't have them physically right there. And like I said, I can't judge T.I. and Tiny because that was their bread and butter, being on the road, doing shows. And I wonder, did King pick up, trying to emulate his dad from his music, what he'd seen from the rap videos of his dad, picking up from his music, thinking that would get his attention, and it kind of grew on him, and it stuck with him, and that was the life he thought that he was cool with, and he was trying to, and he got in so deep, and he probably thought that he was getting some type of respect in the world or whatever. Because look at it, King he's short, and because his Tiny is short, T.I. short, so King probably doing all this stuff to get attention, because I don't know, and he probably got that short man complex. He's only, I don't know how tall he is, but he's not that tall, and so he probably like, okay, I'm a rebel, so I can so people will, take me as, they won't pick on me or think I'm a softie or something like that, because I grew up privileged And I'm not the type of person that can really fight or something. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. Strike that. But I'm not trying to call him a wimp, but at the same time, if you were and going to his, if you've seen him, most people see, they probably call him like a rich kid, spoiled kid, or whatever. And that's another theory. Is he just being rebellious because he was able to get away with it, because his mom probably felt bad because she was on a roll, and she just made sure that that she gave them whatever, and she made up for in giving them whatever they asked for, and he then got adapted to their life, and so now he then became entitled. And once Ti stopped going to jail and actually became very present in their home and tried to discipline his son, he's like, oh, you wasn't there for me. I'm doing me. Don't try to, if you couldn't be there for me when I needed you, don't try to be here now. Don't try to tell me what to do now. So I don't know, but it's interesting. Like I say, I'm not trying to come for T.I. and Tiny about their parenting, because as parents, you do what you feel as though is best for your kids at the certain time. And I can actually say that all of their kids is not using, this rebellious attitude or whatever. It seems like it's only King. So, like I say, he probably have that complex of, I'm not growing, or I'm self-entitled, I'm spoiled, or Ti just wasn't there, and grandma didn't discipline him, because what grandma's going to discipline their son, their grandchild? They finna let them sneak and do whatever they wanted to do that their parents didn't allow them to do. So that's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, and let me know what you think.